Hello! Welcome back to Steel Division 2. Somebody wanted this casted, and I didn't want this to end up on anyone else's channel, because it is just dirty. Dirty, 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 dirty. Now, me versus Tanner, Game 3, Kingdom of Steel, something or other. This would have been a great hit, but he managed to get out of the way. He saw the unit that, he saw it coming, and thankfully MGB is one of the ones that you can get away with that on. So, Ju-88 does not get away with it. Spitfire, funnily enough, not fast enough to catch up with it. But what it has gotten all these units pushed up here, it's given me a positional advantage, and I know that, and I'm just rushing forward. These PTRSs, they have been reassigned, so my push is going to be stopped a little bit short. Like the MG is going to be unloaded a little bit early, which is going to cause a little bit of problems, but nothing that is actually worth worrying about. Then the only thing I do have to worry about is these GPMGs and units that are coming up north here. BF-109 somehow getting away from the Spitfire there. As the Sturmjägers, 3 stars, every single Fallschirmjäger that comes in when you bring him in 2-star in this deck has been deployed right at the start. And I immediately bring out auto cards. Yeah, so a little bit of context. This is game 3. Game 1. Game 2 was pretty much a disaster, but it was against a very good division that I didn't really think I could do much against. And then this is game 3, and I'm like, crap, what am I going to do? I'm going to have to, pick a great division because I won game 1 with DFL. And DFL, amazing division, right? Nothing to do about it. I'm like, I don't really want to waste 17th SS when I've got potentially stronger opponents down the line. Though I think Tanner was one of the strongest in this little thing right here. So, units pinned down. More units coming in Morskaya Sturm. Lots of double-star Maxims, which would have been the right thing to do, but they're out in the open here. And MG42 versus Maxim out in the open. Sturmjäger giving support here. And even if it's just the MG42s firing, this is like, Panzergrenadier levels of fire. These Aftos and Chena Beschliti are not going to be able to, get into view. And for some reason, yeah, they barely even get on target before the Fallschirmjäger pins them down just because of that Raider trait, right? So, yeah, Fallschirmjäger units can just be absolutely deadly. IL-2 coming in a little bit wider, but he's wasted a lot of income, and a lot of income that could be spent trying to consolidate into this town, because my Sturmjägers are not going to be pinned down forever from these Maxims that barely did any damage, right, despite being pinned down, just because my units are such high veterancy, 3 and 2-star respectively, depending on how far forward the leader is at any given moment. And now he's got no AT, right? The Cheni Blishati, which did have DPs, the PTRSs have open force back. There's this 2 over here preventing my SBW from cleaning out these GPMGs. So Cheni Blishati, they're gonna bring it back to a 14-10 for Tanner. But this town, it is just disastrous position. F-22 trying to desperately take out the flak guns for now. But as the AB-141s come in, he's gonna have to be consolidating into this area. And there's just one Maxim over here. I've brought it an off map with my 140 points of income, right? Stick 1 or 2 here. And I'm like, wait a minute, there's no units left over here. Or maybe when the Maxim moves down. Yep, I notice it. Everything goes down. Nope, immediately move that off map straight onto this plop of units. It's so sad. Right? The napalm wasn't even that effective. It didn't even pay itself off. But this, I have managed to finagle all his units into such a position where I could perfectly drop off map onto them. This is evil, quite frankly, just evil. AA and Fallschirmjäger coming up here to just try and deal with these, but there's no AT down here, so this SBW 41 is going to be able to clean house like this other one wanted to do earlier. And 12 seconds coming in, more Cheni Blishati going to be trying to make their way in. There's nothing over here. Morskaya Sturm is moving forward. And you do see that often. You either go completely for the flanks on this map, or you don't do it at all. Off map dropping in now. Fallschirmjäger, yeah, maybe a little bit too close forward, but is ready to move in and take advantage of that. I think I do pop him out of the buildings here, just to avoid any further pinning down. So it's very much almost pinned down, but all these units are pinned down and are damaged. And so now the Fallschirmjäger can move forward. And by the time they're over here, most of these units should be pinned down anyway, as the Sturmjäger now move to take advantage of this flag. Flag's going to have to be kept moving. SBW, once again, just keep them away from PTRD range, and they've got no problem whatsoever. 9 minutes to defeat. BF-109 coming in, Spitfire immediately runs away. Terrible air micro this game for me, but, you know, not really needed when you're in this kind of a position. Because, like, realistically, what is Tanner going to do here, right? Fallschirmjäger takes out one Maxim, it's going to take out the other. And I assume they've pulled back across the river, so I'm going to move my Beobachter Schwimmwagen forward just a little bit. BF-109 coming out again. And this one coming in for the ZIS-2, so this one can potentially do something. Loses line of sight just before it gets the killing shot, and does get taken out. So SPW, once again, going to be a little bit more powerful down here. F-22 is firing away. I don't think they have radio, and my flaks are not in there. And, yeah, these Morskaya Avtos, I don't think they've got that many men left. 9 men. 3 for the Chinya Bashadi. So they haven't, like, been completely decimated by off-map, but they're all so close to dying. Like, it is not even funny how close they are to dying, really. As, yeah, MG42 now, long range. These infantry, they can fall back as much as they want. They've got nowhere to go, right? With the ZIS-2 going down here. Either this one or this one can just rush forward and cut them off in the back, and then, yeah, Fallschirmjäger moving forward. This game is over. As the BF-109 duels with the Spitfire, once again, forgot to bring him back. This BF-109 as well, just spotting for the Ju-88 as it comes in to take out the artillery. Might as well, right? Probably would have been more effective on a different target, but it doesn't really matter. SPW pretty well over here. It's going to be rushing forward. And yeah, I've effectively created a breakthrough. The last little bit of its fire does manage to kill that BF-109. Did pin my own Sturmjäger down again. Another Fallschirmjäger coming up as reinforcements, but yeah, Chinya Bashadi here. They're going to be so stressed that they can't even get their PTRD on target. Or they do get penetration, but yeah, immediately, just by the Beretta, almost the little 8mm rifle down here getting absolutely deleted. Oh yes, thinks there's problems. Okay, well, two coming in, doesn't manage to kill one, and pins down the other two, but there's just a Maxim over here. Osnet's coming forward. Desville is trying to plug a gap, but yeah, there's nothing left to plug, right? MG42 gets a good amount of damage on here. IL-2 is going to come out and kill that. I've got another off-map vehicle coming in. Yeah, you know, I might as well just bring it up and barrage his spawn, because why not? Right? Seal the deal. So, disgusting. Disgusting map. He's got nothing left, right? Maxim's coming up. They're going to be doing their best, but as long as I keep these Fallschirmjäger relatively within this green cover, like, with the SPW AB41 here, as long as I'm within the range, it's not going to matter, right? There's this gun coming out for that SPW. There's that IL-2 I was talking about. Killed the MG, but all I have to do is bring up like a single Fallschirmjäger to retake that flag. It's not going to make a difference, right? Coming from 19.5, it's already a triple tick. It's about to be a quadruple tick here. This is a total annihilation. Yeah. Absolutely nasty. And more L6s coming in to seal the deal, because MGB doesn't get tanks until phase B. And, yeah. Sure, you could bring in a couple of D-34s, but what is that realistically going to do, right? I've got Panzerschrecks in the town. My units are going to get to the town before him. So yeah, 510 kills to 930. I hope you're happy, Comrade Glogi, that this game was casted, because I certainly feel dirty, and I'm going to take a shower. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.